Now, look, I don't know about you both, but one of my favourite things from this US election result has been the blame game that's taking place in the Democratic Party. They're broken. I mean, they are literally falling over themselves. But this time it's been from longtime Democratic strategist James Carville. Have a listen to what he said.
We have no legislative power, we have no executive power, we have no judicial power. So when you're out of power, you're an opposition party. And go and tell all of the people that are sending you and asking you for money, justify what you did, justify what you did wrong, and tell us what you're going to do different. Because what you've done ain't worth it. Get your head around that. And all of the Washington-based Democrats farting around, going to wine and cheese parties and talking about how misogynistic they are, get your ass out of Washington and go work on a 2026 campaign and do penance to make up for your goddamn arrogance and stupidity. Well, we're going to say we told you so. We told you this identity was disaster. We told you to get out in front of public safety issues. You didn't. We told you to have an open process and demonstrate the magnificent and staggering and deep talent that exists in the modern Democratic Party. You didn't. We told you to differentiate yourself from Biden. You didn't. I hate to be some know-it-all, but all of these things are part of the record.
Oh, hello. Where were you? Where were you this whole campaign? Christy McSweeney, he is absolutely spot on.
Well, there's a lot more where that came from, I think, Danica. Interestingly, that is a very different assessment to what I heard from Nancy Pelosi, who, if you're interested, gave the groundbreaking Democrat assessment this week to the New York Times and across their podcast, The Daily. She was very deft at continuing to answer every question about where they went wrong, saying, no, it's a great result in some areas. We're going to pick up seats in the House in New York State, which, of course, is a Democrat area anyway. She did say and was forced to admit that maybe if Kamala was tested in a primary, which Americans take really, really seriously, instead of being handed a job by an old guy who held on too long, supported by a bunch of other old guys, to protect maybe some young guy who they didn't want to waste his talent, and then actually performed at a level of which demonstrated to the American public she could do the job, she would have been okay. So many own goals of the Democrats.
Is this the same Nancy Pelosi who wanted Joe Biden on Mount Rushmore? Yes, that would be the exact same Nancy Pelosi.
One.
The same woman.
One.
Kristen Abraham, what do you think? I mean, I thought that was a fair and very accurate assessment because the Dems are tearing themselves apart, but they only need to look at themselves.
Absolutely. This guy should come here and coach the opposition and the current government. He should be a footy coach or something. Like, he's amazing. Look, I can only hope that Australia follows in suit because I hope Australia sees that Labor and the coalition is two sides of the same Democratic Party coin. We have the voice. We have an opposition that's trying right now to push through a draconian and Orwellian attack on free speech with the misinformation bill. And then we have a Trojan horse bill for the under 16 social media ban, which is actually for digital identity. I hope that the Australian public understand what's happened in America and does the same thing, because I feel so hopeless at the moment. I'm considering doing a Lady Godiva down Burke Street in Melbourne because it's getting that bad.
Well, make sure you tell us if you do that, because we want to send the cameras there. We need to see that live and local.